Hello my dudes and welcome back to the Steampunk Saga. Last episode was a big one, we got residences and we got new dudes moved in. That's an exciting moment because it means we can get your names into the colony. Now before we started this episode, I went around to the front and cleared out a bunch of trees, the old farm that we had set up, and cleared the way for a nice little docks area. I'm not sure what we're going to put here yet, but at least the area is prepared now for any buildings we want to put down. But this episode we're going to look into some more cool create machines. Last episode obviously we got the mixer up and running, very cool. We've also got room for 2 more machines down here, but there's a couple of things we had down in this flat area where the restaurant is now that we need to replace. The cobble gen for one, because we go through so much cobble on this colony, it's nuts. The forest is getting us all the wood we need and he's doing great in there. But let's jump in. So yeah, what we're going to be doing this episode is you see these kind of bays underneath my create workshop. Well, I figured this is basically just free real estate. We can't really build many Minecolonies buildings outside, but what we can definitely do is dig into these big holes in the wall and put some cool create machines inside. And to do that, we're going to go and grab the schematic cannon. Now it should be over by the houses, I think that's where I left them. Now decoration is always like a long running thing, and we kind of keep coming back here, adding more logs, adding more fence posts, and trying to make this area nice and neat. How's it going, Sheila? You doing good? She's doing great. So we'll need this chest, I reckon. Dig that up. We'll need the schematic cannon, of course. And let's get this party started. So take a look at this list, man. I really should clean this up. But yeah, we've got a few important new machines in here. Number 1 is fan processing. Using the encased fans, like we did with the smelter, we can also do that with water to wash, campfires to smoke, and soul campfires to do some haunting, which is a bit of a weird thing, but I'll show you what that is, if I can. We've also got lava generation chamber. This is basically using the dripstone we gathered, we're going to set up some cauldrons, along with some create pumps and stuff, and get lava generation on the go. That's going to be really important for us down the line. And the third most important pod we're going to build is going to be a cobble gen pod. Basically, yeah, we need cobble, loads of it, and that seems like a good place to start. So we're going to turn this into a readable blueprint, a schematic. As always, if you want to get your hands on these schematics, they're available to Patreon and YouTube members over on my Discord, and a link can be found in the description. So I've kind of measured these out, and these are kind of well designed, I think, I hope. Schematics. We're going to start with the cobble gen, and it's designed to fit inside this cubicle right here. So if we right click, and oh yeah, you can see this is a complicated one to be sure. So the reason why we're using schematics and not the builder from Minecolonies to do these buildings is because these schematics are kind of create heavy. This is exactly what the schematics cannon was designed to do. And because it's got create machines, cogs, shafts, and belts, it's kind of safer to use the schematic cannon because sometimes the builder doesn't know what they're doing. So yeah, as you can see, this is the cobble generator. We need to flip it around because all of these machines are at the back. So if we hold down left alt, scroll the wheel, and we can get to rotate. Now we hold control, scroll the wheel again, and it spins around. Perfect. Now we're gonna, again, change the menu to move. And we're gonna move this a little bit in the direction into the pod. So this is gonna be quite tricky to do, but we can do it. There we go. Like a glove. Now we can lower it down using the Y feature. And that should be the position we're looking for. Yeah, now we'll dig into this little kind of hole. Be careful because there could be loads of monsters inside here. So this is going to fit in here quite nicely, but there's no point in me digging this stuff out because the schematic cannon will also do the digging for us. So that's in position. Looks good to me. It looks like I slightly miscalculated, but also what we want to be doing is making sure the lava in the cobble gen is nowhere near any of the wood, because if we start a fire, Well, the whole colony's made out of wood. Everything could go up in smoke. That's not what we want. So let's get the cannon down. I think here's a good spot. Put the schematic inside. Good to go. Out of gunpowder, but that should be plenty. And we should be good to go. Now, the one thing you want to check on the schematics cannon is make sure the printer is doing the right thing. We want to make sure it replaces solid blocks with empty blocks. So we press go, and already we see we've got missing items. So yeah, this is the other important part of this, getting the items into the schematic cannon. Now we're going to grab a book because I need a kind of list of what to put in here. And so here we go, put the book up here on the right, and we get a printed list of all the materials we need. So it's 141 cobblestone, 23 cobblestone stairs, there's cogs, dirt, gearboxes. Now it doesn't look like you need a specific type of gearbox. It'll use both the vertical and the horizontal and convert them into whatever they need to be. There's also 5 mechanical drills, 9 shafts, a spruce chest, mechanical belts. Yeah, this all looks very simple to do. There's some cobblestone. We'll have to grab some cobblestone from our cobblestone generator chest, but I think we're mostly good to go on this. So we're looking for cobblestone. We'll need a few of those. I think maybe 3 stacks should be enough. We'll also need some cobblestone stairs, but we can make some of those. And what we'll do is we'll put the dirt in last so we can watch the whole thing go up. It's a bit small, so a time lapse isn't really required, but watching it happen will be pretty fun. So here we go, my dudes. The chest is now fully ready to rock. The only thing on our list of things we need to add is the 14 dirt. Once we get that into position, everything's going to start moving. So we're just going to, I guess, just dig out some of this dirt, since we're going to lose it anyway. And if we can get 14 of these blocks, we can chuck them in and watch this thing being built. Oh, hey, look, it's Minecolonies Vandenberg. What is she doing down here? No, be careful. There's going to be rude dudes down there, Minecolonies. Where is she going? She's unemployed. So maybe she just thinks she's going to go on an adventure. Okay. Who's that over there? Espia Agronox. Good to see you. And of course, Sakura Vandenberg. I guess that's Minecolonies' sister? Sure, whatever. Anyway, let's put the dirt in here and watch this in action. Boom, here we go. Yeah, it's doing it. So down go the bricks. Now this is a pretty simple cobble gen, almost identical to the one we had set up before. The one thing we have to consider though is we need to get power into here. Now there's a couple of ways we could do this. We can feed power directly down from the workshop we have above. That's a choice. However, I'm nervous of overstressing our windmill and water wheel setup because that power won't last forever, and the last thing we want to do is jam things up. It's generally speaking good practice to have your create machines on as many different power sources as possible so that when one fails, they don't all fail. So to that end, I've had a bit of an idea. We have some water coming along down here. If I can dig into this tunnel a little bit, we can add some water wheels, and that way we can use the power of this water to power all of the pods along underneath the factory. That's a really good idea, so I think we're going to try and do that. Oh no, I called it Minecolonies. Oh, that's tragic as well. She was the first child of the colony, the Golden Girl. And she wandered into a pit and got wrecked by a zombie. Well, she kind of had that coming. I don't feel bad about that at all. But it is exciting news because it means we can get a brand new dude into the colony. Amazing! Yay! Yay for death. And ding, there we go. That means the schematic cannon is finished, and we can take a look at our... Now, I'm going to need some torches, actually, because it's quite hard to see in there. So, bear with me a second. But yeah, as you can see, this is going to be a very simple and primitive cobble generator setup. So yeah, the cobble gen, all it needs now is power. So let's consider that. We're going to go make some water wheels. We might have some left over. And see if we can dig out this little tunnel here and put them inside. I could use a schematics cannon to dig out this tunnel, but it sounds like a bit of effort. Sometimes setting up the schematics cannon just takes so long, it's not worth bothering with. Uh-oh, so calamity has struck. It looks like we are kind of bordering on where we've put our storage. In fact, if we dig through this stone brick, you can see, oh yeah, these are dark oak chests. This is our computer system. This could be bad. I've got to make sure now that the other pod we have set up doesn't overlap into our computer area. Oh man, there's no way up here. This is annoying. Well, for now, there will be. There we go. Here we go, yeah, the fan processing unit. This is a big one, but very cool. Let's get down there. We're going to put the blueprint into position and then go into the computer room and see if it does actually overlap, because this thing is quite deep, as you can see. Now, it fits perfectly in here, kind of. So we'll right click. Yeah, that's the back end. Now, I used these shroom lights as a way to light this up because I thought that'd be really cool. So here we go. We're going to swivel this around first, do a bit of rotation. Rotation, rotation, rotation. There we go. Now, as you can see, if I bring this forwards a bit, this is a pretty cool little chamber. It's got 4 fans at the back for all the different kinds of fan processing. And it's got 5 pedestals on each of these, so we can do a lot of bulk processing. And that slots in here absolutely perfectly. So we can leave that there. And while it's in our hand, let's go now to the computer room and make sure none of this blueprint is poking through the wall. Oh, yeah. And it looks like it might be. So I'm going to have to move these chests over to this side and maybe make this room a bit smaller. Oof. That's annoying, but it's good that we caught this now rather than when we built it, because that would have been a nightmare. Anyway, I'll get all these chests moved over to this side of the room and come back to you in a minute. So there we go, mischief managed. Things are a bit tighter down here now, but we still do have room to expand this just by building downwards. But this has freed up the space we need to get that blueprint into position. And we can also dig back a bit further along here and get these water wheels in the position we want them. Yeah, as you can see here, this is the old room. That's where the blueprint pokes out. Yeah, this should be fine. Okay, so now we have loads and loads and loads of room to work with back here. We can probably actually get 4 water wheels along this way. That's pretty good to know for the future. But also look at this. So I've dug along here and you can see this is where we're going to need to feed power for the fan processing unit. And over here, man, this is pretty technical this episode, but yeah, this is also where power goes into our cobblestone generator. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so this is going to be super easy to set up. So here we go. This water is a bit janky, but we can fix this down the line. No worries. We're also going to get another water wheel here, so we don't need to worry too much about that. Now, what I've done now is I've dug out a nice big chamber behind here so that we can use this area to do a bit of complicated gearing with big and small cogwheels to make sure that our shafts are spinning at a reasonable rate. We want to get these machines working at a nice speed. That's pretty important, especially the ones for the fans. And also the thing with the fans is they need to be spinning in the right direction as well. Otherwise they will suck and not blow, and that's the last thing you want. And there we go, with a little bit of fancy gearing, everything spins at a reasonable speed. Now we need to make sure we can get some power into this gearbox at this speed, so let's take a look. We'll put a cogwheel below it, then we're going to feed a gearbox like this, and then like that, and fingers crossed this goes the right way. If it doesn't, we can add another gearbox, and that fixes everything. Yeah, no, it's turning the wrong way, so one more gearbox and we should be fine. Perfect, so this should mean the cobblestone generator is working. Let's go and take a look. Oh yeah, everything is spinning. There is one thing missing from this blueprint, something I forgot to add. Bit of a rookie move there, but we're going to have to put an andesite funnel in here to make sure the cobblestone actually goes in our chest. And in fact, we could probably even make this if I got a spare chest. No, but what we'll do is we're going to add another bit of cobblestone here and make this spruce chest a double chest, because that's going to give us so much more capacity. Wait, there was a spare chest in here, wasn't there? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, now we're talking double chest, double cobble gen. So we'll give it a go. I've got this spare lava. Moment of truth. Oh yeah, looks like it's working. Oh. Now we are going to have to make sure there's water. Oh my, what the hell? This isn't right. We're not supposed to have raiders yet. Oh my god, well, man the guns, we've got no guards. Oh man, what are we going to do? Well, luckily enough, I have the Axe of Legends, so I think I can defend against this. We'll have a sleep because fighting these things as well as creepers and skeletons and zombies is a nightmare. You never want that to happen. But where does it say they're coming from? The southwest. Oh, no, there they are on the map. I can see them now. Over there. Right, up high in the woods. So we can kind of let them come to us. They'll probably kill themselves falling down that mountain, to be honest. Oh, no, there they are. Wow, okay, they got down the mountain fast. Yeah, so there's 2 dudes. Wait, is that it? Just 2? Oh, they're going over this way. Hang on a sec. No dudes come down. Aha, here they go. Right, so it's just 2 dudes. One's an archer, and the other guy, I guess, is the chief. Just a two-man tribe. So we'll crouch and do the slam. There we go. Oh my god, yeah, 2 raiders. Oh, what a joke. But this is a dangerous moment. It does mean now that raiders are gonna come. Once every week or so, we're gonna get raided by barbarians, and the more dudes we have, the more our colony progresses, the more barbarians are gonna appear. So we're gonna have to be ready, and we're gonna have to hire guards pretty soon. But let's finish getting this cobble gen set up. And there we go, right, the cobble gen is back in operation and we're getting loads and loads of cobble. This is going pretty well. So it looks like, yeah, we don't need more than 1 lava. I think if I put the lava there, this is going to flow all the way along to the side. Wow, yeah, so 1 bucket of lava is all we need for this setup. That's a lot more efficient than I was doing before. Cool, so cobble gen in the bag. Now I'm going to go and grab the things required and we're going to see if we can get the encased fan setup built. This is, again, a pretty simple build, although I've used deep slate and a bit of polished andesite for this one to keep it looking nice and fresh. Also, we use stone bricks instead of cobblestone because now we've got the cobble gen, we can get that taken care of, no sweat. So schematic in place, press go. It's going to clear the blocks to start with, but we'll also go and grab the materials. Now, one cool thing to know is you can actually recycle your book that had materials checklist on it by just putting it back in. It'll reprint the book as the one you want, and that's pretty cool, so you never really waste the book doing that. Okay, lots of depots, lots of polished andesite, lots of polished deep slate, but nothing we can't handle. Oh, the tricky thing is going to be a simple deep slate pillar. To make this, we're going to need a chipped workbench, but I reckon these chipped workbenches are always worth making. And the mason table, which is what we want, gets us some cool stone bricks. So yeah, we'll get one of these made, no sweat. And we can park that up in our house. There should be room. So we'll need a brick, probably some clay. Have we got any clay in here? Yeah, loads, wow. We'll need, was it some iron? I think it was iron. What else is needed? A chipped workbench. Iron, crafting table, and some stripped logs. Okay. Good to go. Reckon this is all we need for that workbench? Yes, it is. And we'll plonk this, I guess over here on the back wall. Lovely. And so using this is a pretty cool table, but we can toss a block in here and turn it into one of these cool looking alternative bricks. Okay, so that's almost everything in position. The last thing on the list is going to be the polished andesite. So we'll put a stack in here. How much polished andesite was it? Yeah, 60. So looks like we're good to go. And this is in motion. Amazing. Oh yeah, pretty exciting. Well, you know what? I think I might do a bit of a mini time lapse as this thing does the last few bits. And here we go, my dudes. The fan processing unit is now fully set up as well. Oh man, pretty cool. So the idea is if we put lava here, that's going to turn this into the smelting setup. Oh, no. Ooh, why is that doing that? To give that somewhere else to run. Finish up this area like that. Now if we put the lava here like this... Is that better? No, hang on a sec. Yeah, there we go. That looks to have fixed the problem. Put the depot there, and we're back in business. Okay, amazing. So remember, you do have to do that to fix this encased fan setup. But yeah, so that is for lava generation. Now we'll grab water because the washing area is also going to need something similar. Aha! So it looks like the water has a similar problem. So let's see if we can fix this by digging into here, and this is going to look messy. I'm going to have to find a way to redecorate here. Whoops, careful. Be very careful. But yeah, a block of water here now, and yeah, that's much better. So once we get these fans on, they should blow across all of these depots and get some processing on the go. Let's go and hook these up. So hooking this up shouldn't be too tricky. All we need to do is add another cogwheel here. Where are my cogs? There we go. And the shafts. Put a cogwheel on the side like this. Hook it up like this. If we're lucky, this is going to be blowing in the right direction off the bat. And we'll of course set up a belt to make sure all of these are hooked up. Fingers crossed this doesn't freeze the system. Oh no, we've had a bit of a freeze, so we've got to add another water wheel here to get more power, because at the moment this system is overstressed. But since the cobble gen is also basically done, we can kind of turn that off now. So if we come over here and axe this one here, yeah, there we go, now it's turned the system back on. Let's just first make sure this is all blowing in the right direction. Okay, yeah, we're in luck. So this is all blowing in the right direction. Now, the power going through this is so much, we could even get 1-2 more depots in here for even more processing. But 5 depots is a nice amount, so we can kind of leave it at that. And luckily enough, the system's all contained now, so even Warboy Longstaff, who wants to come over here and ice himself on the lava generator, on the smelting setup, can't do it. That's right, this area is colonist protected. So he's totally safe. We can add a campfire here for some smoking, and also a soul campfire over here for some haunting. Very cool. So we'll grab the schematic out of the cannon now, because there's one final schematic we want to look at, and that's the lava generator. This is going to be a system that makes us lava using dripstone. So the empty schematic over there on the left, we'll go down to see if we can find it. Lava generation chamber. That's what we're looking for. Now this is probably the most complicated pod that we've got yet, but I'll show you what it looks like so you can get an idea of how it works. So yeah, gaze upon the glory that is our lava generation chamber. Now this is supposed to be sunk into the ground, and it's mapped out to fit perfectly over here in this pod next to the stairs. Now this is a bit of a trickier design because this uses a lot of these copper pipes. It also has these copper pumps inside here, but yeah, you can see how it works. Dripstone goes down here. So if we scroll this down, you'll be able to see that over here we have this red wool. Now this is placeholder red wool. You've replaced this with lava. The lava drips down into these cauldrons. The pumps behind pump the lava out, and it's all stored inside this massive giant Create multi-block tank. It's going to look very cool, but before we actually put this down, we need to learn how to make these pipes. Now don't be too alarmed, the pumps and the pipes from Create are actually quite easy to make. If you look at the fluid pipe, it's literally just pressed copper sheets and copper ingots, and then the pump is a fluid pipe with a cogwheel. Those are two things that are very easy to make. Now that we've got our smelter set up, we can grab this copper and start making some pipes. The only other tricky craft is the tank, but even this isn't hard to make. A fluid tank is just 2 copper sheets and 1 any old wooden barrel. Very cool. Oh, and it looks like the bars are done. So let's go and get these pressed into sheets, make the pipes, and I think we should be good for all of the materials we need now to get the lava generation pod built. So yeah, the schematic is in position now. It fits perfectly in this gap. We've got a materials checklist. Nothing is too crazy. The cauldron might be tricky. We're going to need to go and grab some more iron. But otherwise, oh, we'll have to shear some of our sheep and dye their wool red. Everything else, though, is just more of the same. More of those simple deep slate pillars using the chipped workbench. But yeah, I think we're good. Pretty simple setup. Let's get this stuff on the go and time-lapse the schematic cannon build. Okay, a bit of an underwhelming time-lapse because I realized I left this area blank and it's... Oh no. Wait a minute, did I change the settings on the schematics cannon? Oh no, well what we can do is we can go... What I think I did with the schematics cannon is, yeah, it's not set to... Yeah, it's set to replace solid with any. We want to replace solid with empty. Oh my god. Okay, well that's no worries. We can go back up there and change that. That's a bit of a rookie move on my part though, but that's kind of cool. You'll get to see the pod get unveiled. Sure, why not? So here we go, the lava generation chamber is complete. Now, as you can see, there's been a slight hiccup. All the pipes and everything are connected correctly. The cogs and the gears all look like they're in the right place. But the tank has put itself facing the wrong direction. Can we fix this? We should be able to. How do we turn this around? Can we use the wrench? Yeah, there we go. Now you can see the lava chamber at the front, so you have a clear indicator of how much lava is in there. Now to get this actually working, we're going to need to replace the red wool from the schematic with our own lava. So we're going to dig these up. Luckily enough, this glass doesn't break. You get to get it back. We'll dig up the wool. We haven't got time to go and grab shears, so this will be fine. So now we need to put the dripstone underneath here. Pretty simple to do. Again, this area needs lighting up, but that won't be a problem once there's lava down here, because the lava should make the whole place glow. Now we're going to go and we're going to borrow the lava from our cobblestone generator, for one, and number two, we're going to borrow it from the smelter over here, because what we can do is once this lava generator is working, it's going to make even more lava for us. Let's just go over here and put this into position. There's one, and there's two. We'll put a block here to keep ourselves safe for now. Once we get more lava, we can, yeah, get all these things into position correctly. Wow, wait, what? That was quick. Is that supposed to happen that quickly? That's very weird, but okay, we can grab this lava and go and add more to the collection. Didn't know it would happen that quick. Wow. So we're going to have to wait quite some time to get some lava back, but this has been a really exciting episode. We've got a lot done this episode, like a huge amount. We built some water wheels to get our systems up and running. We've got a encased fan processing unit that's letting us do bulk blasting, smoking, washing, and haunting. Amazing. Our cobblestone generator over here works pretty well. It's off for now because we don't need it because we got loads of cobblestone already. And we've got a lava generation pod using a bunch of those copper fluid pipes, the dripstone that we gathered the other episode, and yeah, some cauldrons all working pretty well. Amazing. Next episode, we're going to try and get back to the colony because there's a few things I want to do. I want to look at the mine, find out what's going on over there, and also we got to get our residences configured and find a way to get more of you dudes into the colony. So we might have to do a little bit of farming to gather up all the baked potatoes, the cactus, the sunflowers, all the things that colonists generally want to join the colony. So a massive thank you for watching this episode. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Next episode, yeah, is going to be colony heavy, so prepare yourselves for that. But until next time, my dudes, thank you for watching and take care.